to another video with me, Miss Cooney, and today we're going to be doing some more maths. So let's get ready for maths with Miss Cooney. As always, we're going to start with some arithmetic questions. They'll come up on the screen in a minute, so pause the video, have a go at them, and then we'll go through the answers and some of the methods afterwards. Okay, so let's have a look at our arithmetic questions. So question 1 is 1.2356 plus 23.115. Now you notice it's really important that we've lined up our numbers so they're in the correct place value columns, okay? Now you can see I've got a couple of gaps here, so I'm going to put zeros in, just so I know that I'm not adding anything and everything's lined up. So let's start from our ones as always. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10, put our 0, carry our 10 over. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus another 1 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3, carry our decimal point down into the same position. 1 plus 3 is 4, 0 plus 2 is 2. So our answer is 24.3506. Question 2 is multiplication, so I'm going to use the formal written method. Again, always starting with our ones, and similarly to addition, we know that this 6, for example, although the digit is 6, it's actually in our tens column, so it's worth 6 tens, which is 60. But when you're doing it, you can say 2 times 6 to help you remember if you need to. Okay, so let's start. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. We put our 2, carry our 10 over. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Okay, now we're moving on to our tens. We need to put 0 in our ones column because we're not looking at the ones. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry our 2 over. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. Now we need to add our two answers together, and you can do it here if you have room. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 2 is 10. 0, carry our 1 over. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus another 1 is 10. 0, carry the 1 over. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus another 1 is 2. 3 plus 0 is 3. So our answer is 32,004. Question 3 is a division question, so I'm going to use short division or the bus stop method for this. So how many 3's go into 4? 1 with 1 left over. How many 3's go into 15? 5. How many 3's go into 2? None, so we need to carry that 2 over, and this number now becomes 26. How many 3's go into 26? 8. Remainder 2. Okay, so we now have our answer is 1,508, remainder 2. So question 4a and 4b, I want to round to my nearest 10 and 10,000. So let's look at the nearest 10 first. So I'll go to my tens column, and when we're rounding, we always want to go to the one before. So because I'm looking at my tens, I'll go to my ones. And remember, if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, we round down. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we round up. So because this is a 1, I'm going to round down. So my number would be 6,824,650 to the nearest 10. To the nearest 10,000, again I go to my 10,000 column, and I go to the one before, my thousands. So because it's a 4, we round down, so my number would be 6,820,000. They are all of our arithmetic questions. How did you get on? Remember, pause, rewind, and double check if you got any of them wrong. Today we're going to be learning about factors. So what is a factor? Okay, so factors are numbers that divide into another number with no remainders. So how do we work out what factors go into a number? Well, the easiest way is to think about our times tables. So let's take a nice easy one, for example, 10. Now we're going to use what I like to call a factor bug to help us. So we put 10 in his tummy, we draw him a smiley face, and then we draw some antennas. Now the antennas are the same numbers every time. 1 and whatever number we're trying to find the factors of. So in this case, 10. So 1 and 10. Then we're going to work systematically and go down in up in numbers to see what times tables go into it. Now, because 10 is an even number, we know that 2 times something will make 10. So 2 times what makes 10? 5. 3, no, 3 doesn't go in. 4, no. 5, 5 times 2 makes 10. Now, because we've come back to 5, we know that we found all the factors of 10. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. Let's try another example. Let's try 20. So we'll put 20 in our factor bug's belly, then we'll draw his face, give him a smile, and we'll do his antennas. Now his antennas are the same every single time. 1 and whatever number we're looking at. So 1 and 20. Then we work down. So we'll go to 2, and because it's an even number, we know that 2 times something will make 20. 2 times 10 makes 20. 3 doesn't go into 20. 4 times 5 makes 20, and that will be 5 again. So we know that we found all of our factors of 20. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Now, sometimes you might be asked to find common factors. If you think about what that word common means, if you and your friend have things in common, it means that you like the same things. So if we're trying to find common factors, it means that looking at the factors that 2 numbers have the same or have in common. So if we look at 10 and 20, for example, we know that 1 and 10 make 10, 2 and 5, and then there are all our factors. So the factors of 10 are 2 and 5. If we look to see what the common factors are, they both have 1, they both have 10, they both have 2, and they both have 5. So our common factors are 1, 2, 10 and 5. Now, I'm going to put up some questions on the board, which will be some just finding the factors and some finding common factors, and I want you to see if you can have a go. Remember, you can pause the video anytime and rewind, and then we'll go through some of the answers together. Here are our answers. Let's have a look at a few of them together. So let's find our factors of 22. So I put 22 in my factor bug's belly. I draw his face, give him a smile, and then we'll do the antennas. Again, we always start with the same numbers, 1 and whatever number's in his belly, 22. Now, it's an even number, so I know that 2 is going to go into it. So 2 times what makes 22? 2 times 11. And 22 isn't in any other times tables, so we know that the factors of 22 are 1, 2, 22 and 11. Question 2, we're finding the factors of 100. So I put 100 in my factor bug's belly, I've drawn his antennas, and remember, always the same numbers in his antennas, 1 and whatever number's in his belly. Then we know it's an even number, so there'll be 2. So 2 times what makes 100? 50. Then we'll go down to 3. That doesn't work. 4, yes. 4 times 25 makes 100. Then what can we do? 5, yep. 5 times 20 makes 100. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. 10, yes. 10 times 10 makes 100. We know we've got the same number, so it will be, we found all of our factors. So our factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50 and 100. Question 3, 36. So I've put 36 in his belly. I've got 1 and 36 here because we always have the same numbers. It's an even number, so we know there's going to be 2. So 2 times what makes 36? 2 times 18 makes 36. 3 Yep, 3 times 12 makes 36. 4, yes, 4 times 9 makes 36. 5, nope, it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0. 6 times 6 makes 36. Again, we know we found all of them because we've got the same number, or we know when we've switched sides. Great, so all of our factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. Question 4, 45 in the belly. Again, always the same numbers on his antennas, 1 and 45. Now, it's not an even number. 2's not going to go into it. Let's try 3. Yep, 3 and 15. Let's try 4. No. 5. Yep, 5 times 9. 6. No. 7. No. 8. No. And then we're at 9. So again, we've switched around so we know that we found all of our factors. So our factors of 45 are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15 and 45. Okay. So question 5 is asking us to find the common factors of 22 and 80. So let's start with 22. So again, always the same, 1 and whatever's in his belly of our factor bug. So 1 and 22, it's an even number, so we know that 2 is going to go into it. So 2 and 11, and we know that they are all the factors of 22. Now let's try 80. So again, 1 and 80. Then we will have 2 and 40. Does 3? No. 4 and 20. 4 times 20 makes 80. 5 times 16. And then 8 and 10. And again, 9 doesn't go into it, so the next number would be 10, and we've already got 10 there. So you know that once you've got this number, you've found all of your factors. Okay, so now we need to find what the common factors are. So they both have 1. They both have 2. Does 80 have 11? No. Does 80 have 22? No. So our common factors of 22 and 80 are 1 and 2. Question 6 is asking us to find the common factors of 60 and 48. So remember, those factors that are the same in both of our factor bugs. Okay, so let's start off with 60 then. Always the same, 1 and 60 on our antennas. Then we know it's going to go into 2 because it's an even number. So 2 times 30 makes 60. Then we can do 3 times 20 makes 60. We can do 4 times 15 makes 60. We can also do 5 times 12 makes 60. And then we can do 6 times 10 makes 60. So they're all of our factors for 60. We know that we found them all because then the next one after 6, 7 doesn't go in, 8 doesn't go in, 9 doesn't go in. The next one is 10, and we've already got 10 there, so we know we found them all. Now let's try 48. Always the same on the antennas, the number and whatever is in our factor bug's belly. So 1 and 48. We know it's an even number, so 2 will go into it. 2 times what makes 48? 24. Then we've got 3 and 16. We can also do 4 and 12. And we can do 6 and 8. Again, after 6 will be 7. 48 isn't in the 7 times table, so then it would be 8. And we've already got 8 here, so we know we found them all. So again, I'm going to get my different colours so I can see what my common ones are. Well, we've got 1, we've got 2 in both of them, we've got 3 in both of them, we've got 4 in both of them, we've got 6 in both of them, we have 12 in both of them, and that's it. So we've got those ones there. Our common factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So that is how we find factors using our cute little factor bugs to help us. Remember, factors are a number that goes into another number with no remainder. Always think about your times tables and use these factor bugs to make sure that you've found all of the factors. Remember, work systematically. Hope you found that useful. Remember, rewind and go over anything that you might need a bit more help with. That's it for today's video. Well done. Remember, you can pause this video and go back at any time if there's something you're still not quite sure about. I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!